Greetings and salutations. Welcome back to the Adjutant. On this channel, I break down complex topics into clear, practical information you can actually use. No hype, no noise, just clarity. Most people believe military members are underpaid, and if you only look at base pay, that may actually seem true. But today we're going to talk about something most conversations leave out: total military compensation. Not just a paycheck, but the entire financial picture. By the end of this video, you'll understand why comparing military pay to civilian pay without the benefits is misleading, and why the military compensation package is far more valuable than many people actually realize. All right, let's begin. What is total military compensation? Well, total military compensation is everything a service members receive in exchange for their service, not just the cash that is deposited in their bank. So that includes your base pay, your housing allowance, your food allowance, your health care, your tax advantages, education benefits, retirement and pension value, special pay and bonuses, family benefits. So when all of this is added together, folks, the real value becomes absolutely clear. Base pay is what everyone sees and what critics usually focus on. It is determined by rank and time in service. Base pay is taxable, but it's only part of the story. If base pay were the full picture, then yes, military pay would struggle to compete with just about every other types of pay. But base pay is just the foundation. When you build a house, you got that foundation. Things that you also should understand: housing and food, this is tax-free money. Most service members, housing allowance, food allowance, these are things that they receive. Now, these allowances are tax-free. It's a very key and critical point. That means more money stays in your pocket. You don't need to earn as much as a civilian to net the exact same income. Now, in many locations, housing alone is worth tens of thousands of dollars per year, and civilians must pay that from their after-tax income. You have healthcare and family benefits with the military. Healthcare is one of the most overlooked benefits in the military, folks. Service members receive comprehensive medical care, dental care, vision care. In fact, these glasses that you see here are part of VA issue glasses. Yes, these glasses. Also, you should understand that coverage for dependents are at a fraction of the cost that this would cost for civilians. Compare that to civilian life, where healthcare premiums, deductibles, co-pays can eat up massive portions of the income. This benefit alone, just that alone, the healthcare benefit, can be worth as much as $15,000 to $25,000 per year for a family. Now just imagine you multiply that out by 10, 20, 30 years, you do the math. Retirement, now this is the long game. This is where military compensation becomes truly powerful. Why? Why? You have to ask that question. Well, a military career can lead to guaranteed lifetime pension, government-backed retirement income. So unless the United States government goes away, us retirees, we're going to be okay. We'll have at least a base to survive off of. Government-backed retirement income. And you have continual healthcare options in retirement. So that is something that is phenomenal. As a retiree, I can tell you, I am loving the care that I receive at my local VA. Very few civilian jobs offer anything close to this level of stability. Now, when you calculate the lifetime value of a military pension, it can easily exceed $1 million over time. Easily. I mean, even for a lower ranked enlisted service member who does 20 years, when you add up everything, absolutely. And if you live long, that's really going to be great. Also, things to consider is your education, bonuses, and special pays that you are certainly eligible to receive. On top of all the base pay, you're going to have your educational benefits, your tuition, assistance. You're going to have your career field bonuses, special pay skills for deployments or assignments. Many service members finish their careers also with degrees. When I was in the military, my first duty assignment was Fort Clayton, Panama. Yes, there was a Fort Clayton, Panama. And also, when I was in Korea at Camp Humphreys, I attended school. And altogether, I earned my associate's degree before being released for the Green to Gold Scholarship. For those of y'all who don't know, I was prior enlisted. I went up to E5, went to the E6 board, was about to pin on E6, received the Green to Gold Scholarship, and then went on to become an officer and blah, 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 and all this other stuff. So, you know, tuition assistance, career field bonuses, special pay for skills. And as I indicated, there are degrees and certification with zero or minimal student loan debt. And while I was on active duty, that was a free, to me anyway, degree, associate's degree that I received before going on to the University of South Carolina. Right there, yeah, University of South Carolina. So the real comparison, let's talk about the real comparison. When people compare military pay to civilian pay, they usually make one mistake. Actually, there's several. They compare total compensation from the military to civilian salary alone. That's not an equal comparison. To truly match military compensation, a civilian job must also include a higher salary, employer-paid health care, retirement matching, housing support, job stability. Now again, most don't do that. The military just doesn't pay a salary, it provides a total compensation designed to support service members and their families now and for life. Understanding that changes the conversation. Now, if this video has helped you see military pay differently, hit that like, subscribe, and share this with someone who still thinks military pay is just base pay. Now, before we wrap up, I want to leave you with this. Information only matters if you understand it. And understanding gives you options. Whether we're talking about military pay, benefits, travel, or just bigger life decisions, the goal here is always the same: clarity over confusion. Too many people move through systems they don't fully understand, and that costs them time, money, and peace of mind. My goal with this channel is to slow things down, break things apart, and give you the context you need to better make decisions for your life. You don't have to know everything, folks. You just have to know enough to ask the right questions, because that's where real leverage starts. Now, again, if this video has helped you, hit that like button so it reaches the people who need it, and subscribe if you want clear, straightforward breakdowns without all the noise. I read the comments, I pay attention to what you want covered next. I treat this channel like a conversation and certainly not a lecture, as I have had to sit through many lectures in my military career. Remember this: your time matters, your decisions matter, and understanding the systems you are operating in matters more than most people realize. Stay informed, stay intentional. I wish you blessings and blessings. I am the Adjutant. I'll see you in the next one. Shalom.